Jesus Christ, would you calm down? Just take it easy. The hookup should be here any minute.
They were supposed to be here half an hour ago.
You're probably running a little late, Eddie.
Our contact's never been late, Mike.
What are you afraid of, huh? What do you think, that Dreadhawk is gonna pop out of a bush and get you? You're a moron if you actually believe those silly stories, Eddie. It sounds like something out of a comic book or something. What do you know? He's finally here.
Screw this.
Please don't hurt me. I swear I'm innocent. What do you want from me?
Tell your friends what happened here tonight.
See you, Barrett. How you holding up? Commissioner, what in God's name do we have to meet up here? Why not someplace quiet? I don't know, like a Thai place where I can get noodles. I'm telling you, Cade, this is a real special occasion.
Director Macy Lennox, State Special Investigations Unit.
Detective Cade Barrett, Hampton Police Department. At your service, ma'am.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Detective. What you're doing for your city takes extreme courage.
Yeah, only if that extreme courage came with an extreme paycheck.
We've got something better for you, Barrett.
What could be better than a raise?
A witness.
You're not serious. and we want you to question him. It'd be a pleasure, Commissioner.
So, for the tape, can you please describe the operation that you were a part of?
So, me and my partners?
Yes, you and your partners, please.
Well, we're my crew, you know? One guy to handle the transaction, it was me. 2 guys get the product off site after the deal was done, and there was 1 guy to oversee it all, Mike.
And who is your client on the night of May 2nd?
I honestly have no idea. Mike's the only one who knows the client's identity. He's the only one who's trusted with that information. It's the way it is, and it's the way it always has been.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, it's just the way we do it. Working under the Tsar.
When you say the Tsar, you're referring to Ruben Orsachowski, correct?
The Tsar, Ruben Orsachowski, whatever you want to call him. All I know is I work for Mike. Mike works for Dietrich. Dietrich works for the big man, the Tsar.
And who is this Dietrich?
That'd be Dietrich von Kruger. He's a shorter guy, wears glasses, kind of nerdy looking, but he'd never say it to his face. Kind of crazy, you know? No sense of humor.
And can you describe your relationship with Mike and Mike's with Dietrich?
Very professional, strictly authoritarian. I mean, I've never even seen Mike outside the safe house. I've seen Dietrich a couple of times, but that's only when he's coming in to check on Mike. Our chain of command is what keeps things running smoothly.
Does Dietrich manage any other safe houses other than Mike and yours?
I'm sure he does. Except he'd never tell us. It's kind of a security risk. It still kind of confuses me.
What?
We invest so much into secrecy and security, but still, the Dreadhawk manages to hunt us down like rats.
What do you know about the Dreadhawk?
The question should be, what don't I know? I know his name, I don't know where he's from, I don't even know what he wants. Hell, I don't even know if there's a person underneath that mask.
So what have you heard about him?
Heard about him? Nothing I've heard about him can actually compare to seeing him. I heard his voice, I felt his voice. I felt him.
What did he feel like?
When you were a kid, you ever stare into the sun and it blinded you for a little bit? Every time you closed your eyes, there was just that image burned in your retinas. That's what he's like. That's what he feels like. And you know you shouldn't look, but you can't help but glance. No, I don't know.
We can take a break for now, Mr. Boone.
Detective de Havilland?
The Havilland.
Oh, excuse me.
Sorry, no unauthorized personnel beyond this point.
Captain Caldwell personally asked for us.
And who are you?
Leo Kingston.
And I'm Layla Graves. We're with the Hampton Chronicle.
officer.
That's not how I operate.
What's going on here, Leo? Who let you two in?
Just the officer outside. Don't you worry, Captain. We're just here to take a few notes, make a few observations.
Damn it, Leo, you can't keep doing this. This is the 4th crime scene you've snuck into. Eventually, one of my higher-ups is gonna hear about this.
I'll be out of your hair soon. I can be quick.
What do you need to know?
Looks like quite a doozy there. Excuse me? Might I ask you a few questions, Detective?
Sure.
What connections did this safe house have with others in this part of the city?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as ours.
But you do believe it is in some connection with the Tsar?
It's a drug den in the city of Hampton. Having a connection with the Tsar pretty much goes without saying.
Tell me, Detective, what do you know?
Look, lady, follow me.
Does this crime scene provide any information on the location of the Tsar's headquarters?
It's the same as all the safe houses that have been hit previously. Chock full of experimental drugs, a handful of dead druggies, massacre, blood everywhere. And the assaulter, without fail, leaves the drugs completely untouched. There are no more clues here than there have been at previous scenes.
Take a look at our friend here. How do you think he died?
Bullet hole on the right side. And it looks like some bruising on the left temple.
So did he die from the bullet? We don't know. Did he die from his head being smashed in? We don't know. Did he die from the high amounts of cocaine in his bloodstream? We don't know.
Detective, I think it's your job to know.
I'm sorry, lady, but we don't have every answer.
Another question, Captain. Does this crime scene provide any evidence on who the infamous Dreadhawk may be?
This is the 6th hit in the last 2 months. Identical method of operation. He doesn't leave any clues. It's like he doesn't even have fingertips to leave fingerprints behind.
It's only a matter of time before the son of a bitch slips up. They always do.
A pleasure, Captain.
Were they with the press?
Hampton Chronicle.
You know, I've never seen someone with that much attitude on a crime scene of a triple homicide breaking and entering case. And what was that guy's deal?
I swear that bastard's dead set on turning this entire case into a goddamn murder mystery.
Yeah, what makes you say that, sir?
His little grin gets wider with every drug you found dead. It's like this is all a big game to him.
You know, I'm just trying to get this over with.
See, Layla, officers like that make this job worth working.
Tsar, it's Sulu. Sulu, it's Sulu. Tsar. Tsar, Tsar. 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 A cruz. Oh, man.
What the hell took you two so long?
I cannot be allowing this to happen. We cannot be allowing this to happen. What will it take? Putting a trio of armed guards on every safe house. Putting landmines on every hard front. Or putting barbed wire on every goddamn doorstep. Will that be enough, Mr. Von Kruger?
I couldn't say, boss.
You're making us look weak, Dietrich. With every hideout that falls, we lose another dozen customers!
It's impossible to anticipate his attacks. He's sporadic and unpredictable.
You failed me, Dietrich. Accept that. Don't ever let it happen again. Mr. Holt, I am putting you in charge. Seek and destroy. That is your mission. See that it is done. Do you understand me?
Boss, I don't even know how I should...
You have all the patronage you need. You have all the guns, you have the lawyers, and you have the money to get the job done.
Yes, sir.
Get out of my office. And don't come back until that bird is dead!
The hell am I supposed to do, Dietrich?
Just try your hardest, I guess.
I got a lead for you anyway. What's that? You ever read the Hampton Chronicle? I don't know. Is that something somebody as underdressed as yourself might read? Piss off. Leo Kingston. I'm a keen fan of your articles. May I?
Be my guest.
Must confess, Mr. Kingston, I've been keeping up with your input in the Hampton Chronicle.
Right. The articles about the...
Yes, the Dreadhawk. I notice you are the only journalist in all of Hampton that managed to capture such detailed and up-to-date information on the Dreadhawk's latest activity. I can't help but feel incredibly intrigued.
I'd say there's not much to it. Just getting access to crime scenes and having a decent budget from the Hampton Chronicle.
Sure, there's more to it than that. Smoke?
No, thanks.
Suit yourself.
What's your name?
All you gotta know me by is Mr. Holt.
We can make this real easy, Mr. Holt. You've got a hard front in the city, yes?
I'm sorry?
You work for the Tsar. Of course you do. Not only do you work for the Tsar, you work for him directly.
What are you playing at here, Kingston?
The Tsar's trying to look for the Dreadhawk, isn't he? For every Dreadhawk crime scene my assistant and I investigate, we collect a large stack of notes. I could personally deliver these notes to you for a fat wad of cash in return.
That can be arranged, Mr. Kingston.
The hard front. I'll just need the address.
4224. Corner of Bennett and 3rd.
You'll be hearing from me in a month or so.
So what you're trying to tell us is that he literally gave you the address?
I couldn't be more crystal clear, Captain.
Listen here, Mr. Kingston. We'd be happy to arrange some kind of deal in exchange for that address. Right, Director?
Let me remind you, Mr. Kingston, that refusing to admit valuable information in regards to a crime is a legal offense.
Take it easy, Director. I'll get you that address. But I want something in exchange. I want the location of the Tsar.
What makes you think we have it? Even so, what makes you think we'd just be willing to give it to you?
Because you guys know the truth. The Tsar doesn't ship his product out of the same place he operates out of. That's textbook. If I give you the address to this main hard front, you can shut down this operation indefinitely. The hard front's what you're still looking for. You already know the location of the Tsar, don't you?
And what would you do with that information? Knock on his door and ask for an interview?
A man like the Tsar would never turn down an interview. Don't you know, Director, that there's no such thing as bad publicity? Besides, what's important is that we make this deal work. Are you in? Or are you out?
I personally interrogated one of Dietrich von Kruger's henchmen, a teenage kid who operated on a suburban hard front. Let's just say he had plenty of answers.
I'm listening.
1299 Blackwood Lane, a 15-minute drive outside of Hampton. It's a small manor converted into a fortress.
Now the hard front.
4224, off the corner of Bennett and 3rd. I scoped the place out myself. Pleasure.
We need to take action immediately.
You reckon we should start planning a raid then?
A raid would be far too risky. It's a hard front. As soon as they realize they're under attack, they'll destroy anything incriminating. and then we're left with nothing but paperwork.
How do you think we should approach this then?
These things are called hard fronts for a reason. Their system is positively ironclad. We have to attack without anybody knowing what's going on, until it's too late to react.
What you're describing, it's impossible. They'd notice as soon as we set foot on their property.
Not unless we attack from within.
If we can somehow insert a handful of undercover officers into the hard front.
While we simultaneously send a team to storm the building.
Who do you have in mind for the job?
I'd like to volunteer, Director.
We'll send you with a pair of plainclothes officers to pose as associates. You'll gain access to the hard front and take a tactical position before giving a signal to Captain Caldwell and team of officers to storm the building.
The kid in custody, Eddie Boone. Could he help us get in? It would make our cover seem a whole lot more believable.
How would you convince him to do that?
In exchange for accompanying the undercover officers on this operation, maybe we could lessen his prison sentence?
The kid's your witness, Sharp. It's your call.
I don't see why not. I'll authorize it.
Well, looks like we got a busy week of planning ahead of us.
So, to have you on, how you feeling?
Frankly, Barrett, I could throw up.
Just take a few deep breaths. Remind me to have you on. Who are you?
My name is Marvin Jackson. I worked at the Westmoreland Network from October of last year until last week. I knew Eddie Boone from a Krispy Kreme job.
Pretty good. What about you, Eddie? You ready?
Just want to get this thing over with.
You know what you're gonna say?
I've been rehearsing with the director all day. Randall?
Yeah?
It's me, Eddie.
Get yourself inside.
If what my man was saying on the phone is true, you deserve a break, kid. After surviving one of those attacks, you might have been the only one.
I consider myself lucky.
As you should. Now who are you two? My boss didn't say much about you guys.
I'm Lee.
And I'm Marvin.
You guys working shift? Where you been working out of, Marvin?
Oh, you know what? Westmoreland.
Oh yeah? How long?
From like October to like now. But no, not like now. Like last week. Like I'm here now. But a couple months then.
You work out of Westmoreland too, huh? You must know my friend Jamie over there. How's he doing?
He's doing great, you know, Jamie. Jamie's my guy, you know?
Yeah? Marvin, he's doing fine? So soon after that car crash you just got in?
He recovered a lot sooner than we thought he would.
You know, maybe I'll go check in on Jamie myself. Congratulate him on such a speedy recovery. I'll go get the boss.
That was dumb.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Let's just keep our mouths shut, de Havilland. Let's let Eddie do the talking.
Eddie, what's poppin'? I'm Marvin.
I'm Lee.
Pleasure. Each of you. You can call me Mr. Hope. What were your boys' assignments at your previous postings?
Security, sometimes transportation.
You already got your own pieces? Alright boys, make yourselves at home. This is your posting now. Your name's Eddie, right?
Yeah.
You can hold on to this, kid. Consider it a housewarming gift.
Just can't believe this. What the hell am I doing?
Take it easy, kid. We're in. We got it from here. I think, de Havilland. What are we gonna do now?
We're gonna scope out the den and count the number of armed personnel.
Okay, go get on it. Hey, but be careful. Alright. It's 3 p.m. as of now. In 48 hours, the captain and half a dozen armed officers are gonna storm the hard front. We'll be cleared hot by then. Keep your handgun close. Alright, look, kid, we're trying to minimize casualties here, and that especially includes ourselves. So remember our deal. You help us out, and you're off free.
Yes, sir.
Alright, we've got 2 days to figure out every out and in of this building. Every entrance, every exit. Let's get to it. You feeling alright?
Yeah, it's fine. I gotta piss.
Weren't expecting any customers today, were we, boys?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Somebody get the damn door already?
All right.
New guys, come on! Go! Figure out what the hell's going on up there.
Son of a bitch took out my shins.
What the hell just happened?
Masked maniac showed up, took out his shins. I put him down though.
He must have crawled away.
That's impossible. I shot him dead in the chest 3 times.
There's nobody there.
Kid, stay any longer, you're dead.
There's a back exit in that basement. We gotta get out of here. Come on.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
Hey, get out of here. Come on. Go. Go. Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you?
You want to know?
I'm already done for. What's the harm in showing me your face if you're just gonna finish me off?
You?
I didn't want it to be like this, Detective, but I couldn't afford the risk.
I don't get it.
When the Tsar falls, not one of his operations can be still standing, including this one.
Tell me then, why'd you spare that kid on the night of May 2nd? Eddie Boone.
He reminded me of someone dear to me, and it wasn't causing any harm. I couldn't pull the trigger. I'm afraid you won't be receiving the same treatment.
It doesn't have to be this way.
It's already too late.
It doesn't have to be this way.
Who's gonna tell you things aren't so great? You can't go on thinking nothing's wrong. Who's gonna drive you home tonight? Who's gonna pick you up when you fall? Who's gonna hang it up when you call? Who's gonna pay attention?
I knew something was up when you first arrived. The boss said nothing about personnel switch, yet there you were. 3 of you.
Look, I don't understand.
Those guys with you. They were cops, weren't they?
Look, I don't know what you think you know, but you've got it all wrong.
Don't lie to me, kid!
You can't go on thinking
Pay your dues with dignity.
nothing's wrong. Who's gonna drive you home tonight?
Miss Graves, would you please start from the beginning? Your account of these events are invaluable. We need this, Layla. We need you to talk.
Where should I start?
The very beginning.
It all started in November of '87. Leo had just returned from his tour of Cambodia and was staying with his little brother Bruce. He never had a strong will like Leo's. He was an addict. Drugs.
What kind of drugs did he take?
Bruce would be the first person to buy experimental product straight from the source itself. The Tsar. One day, Bruce made a purchase of freshly produced and relatively unknown pills called Crimson Invicta. His brother had a drug problem, but only realized too late how serious it was. That's when Leo tried taking some of the pills, hoping he too would succumb to death. If only he knew what the drugs would do to him.
The pills didn't kill Leo like they killed Bruce?
Bruce had been snorting cocaine all day prior to taking the Crimson Invicta. Leo hadn't. On Leo's clean system, the drug's true intent started to show and take hold.
What happened to him?
From that day on, he became obsessed with the city's drug industry, specifically targeting the man he held responsible for Bruce's death, Ruben Orzechowski, the kingpin, the Tsar.
And how did that involve Bruce's drugs? The
Crimson Invicta. For about 10 to 12 hours after ingesting it, he seemed to be almost invulnerable.
Invulnerable?
He strutted into my house one night with a gaping hole in his shirt. He had been shot. Even though his shirt was soaked with blood, when he took it off, his skin was almost completely immaculate. No wound at all. Don't ask me how it worked. All I know is that Leo was suddenly very capable of murder and incredibly violent and shockingly immune to harm. I swear, Crimson Invicta changed him into an entirely different person. Once he'd pop the pills and leave for the night, it was like he wasn't even human anymore. He was an animal, desperate for blood.
An opportunity for all. Soldier, President, American.
Now, could you describe to me the events of May 30th?
I was waiting for you to ask. Leo was surprisingly calm before he left that night. I checked, and sure enough, he had taken a smaller dosage of Crimson Invicta.
Why do you think he did that?
I think he realized the significance of what he was doing. He didn't want his mind to be muddled on the night he overthrew the Tsar.
He's here.
Make the call to Dietrich. And make sure that the Dreadhawk does not leave this property without von Kruger on his tail. I knew it was only a matter of time before I would see you. The myth that is the Dreadhawk.
Tonight, your reign will come to an end. And as this city's champion, I will dethrone you.
Have it your way, Mr. Dreadhawk. Alright, take his mask off.
You? I enjoyed taking your boys' lives that night. And every other night. And every other den.
Or just my boys you killed that night. Cops, undercover. Killed them too.
They left me no choice. I had to do it.
You killed cops too, then? What is your game, psychopath? I cannot seem to figure you out. Why do you wear the mask? You see yourself as some kind of superhero? Yeah? Some kind of honorable vigilante?
I serve two men. One is gone, and the other is myself. And as for honor, I've no more than either of you.
Only for yourself, huh? Well, it's fitting that you'll die alone. But Fall's time is over.
I told you, boss. I get the job done.
No thanks to you.
Excuse me?
You led him to the hard front. You crippled my empire. There is nobody else to blame but you.
I led him here. I set this trap.
You had no part in that.
I disagree, boss.
Face me, tyrant. Don't you get it? I can't die.
Go to hell.
king is dead. Long live the king.
It's finally done.
No matter how many men I kill, nothing will bring him back.
But do you feel satisfied? At least a little bit?
I will, once I get home and get rid of the last of those drugs.
I hate the Dreadhawk. I've missed you, Leo.
Really?
Of course, Leo.
I've missed him too.
And that was the night of May 30th? The same night?
The same night Leo was found shot to death on the street, 50 yards from his doorstep. When Leo came to my house, he just seemed so free. Free of the guilt, free of the pain, free of the suffering, free of the Tsar, and free of the Dreadhawk. He hadn't looked that way since his brother's death. He was content. And that's how I've always wanted to see him. He was a gentle man, Leo. I still find it hard to believe what he did. That man they call the Dreadhawk. And that night. That was the last time I ever saw him.